everybody. Welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. I'm Phil Smythe. Plenty coming up on the show. And as always, my co-host Barry Curtin joins me. Baz, how are you?
Hi, mate. Fantastic.
Firstly, mate, let me say congratulations to you. It was a big day on Sunday. The Sacca boys all got together, presented with a red cap. You've got yours sitting here
I had mine
on
sitting
the
there.
table.
Yeah.
Fantastic day. We're going to have one of the great cricketers for the Redbacks in a little while to have a chat with us. But
great day.
What's your thoughts on getting the cap, mate?
I think it was a great initiative because a lot of people like me, I mean, I gave mine away. I gave everything away that I had at one stage, and when I went looking for cricket gear, I haven't got any.
Yeah.
So this is I'm
pretty
extremely
special.
happy with
Number
that,
on the back of it?
Number 419, which was my aggregate.
Of course it was, mate. Hey, just quickly, then we'll move on. Number one, the number one hat. You and I were having a chat before who that would be. And of course, it couldn't be Bradman because a lot of cricketers played before Bradman.
They did.
And one of our guests coming in, we had a chance to have a quick chat with him. Let us know who the number one red hat for Sacca was going to. It was
Nugget
Reeves. Could there have been a better choice?
No, there couldn't.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant to hear it.
We did talk about it, didn't we?
Yep.
Well, who would be number one? There's 12 players. Well, who gets number one?
Yep.
That's a great idea by
Fantastic.
the Sacca because
Well
Nugget...
it's an institution down there, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So well done to the
Brilliant.
Sacca on the caps. Well done to Nugget to be number one. Maybe we'll get him in for a chat a little bit later on the next couple of weeks. I reckon we can get him in for a chat.
Yeah.
While we're on cricket, mate, the T20, of course, has started. World Cup. And there's been some, Namibia won a game and Scotland had won a game and all this stuff going on around T20. Just the last couple of days, I'm talking to people about the T20 cricket.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was on.
No,
are you going to watch it? Oh, not really. All that. Maybe when Australia get to the finals, we might watch it. Are we losing the fans? The Big Bash seems to be where most of the younger generation has gone now.
Yeah.
Is that
but even then, I don't think it is as popular as it was.
No, there's too much.
Even the Big Bash.
I think
it's a bit of overkill worldwide with the T20. Way too much. I was watching Australia play the other night thinking, oh, wow, this is pretty good. Oh, it's a warm-up game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, well, it's not that good.
Not that good.
So it's all happening this weekend. It may improve, it may get the numbers, but...
Bit of talk going around cricket about Warner coming back in as a possible captain. Got squashed really quickly by Cricket Australia when they appointed Pat Cummins. Of course, then Greg Chappell suggested maybe as a vice-captain to ease his way back in. Your take on...
No, good decision, Cummins. Good decision. Look, I've got nothing against Davey Warner or Cameron Bancroft or
Did the wrong
Stephen
thing,
Smith.
so...
I don't think Stephen Smith should be in the T20 side. But to appoint Cummins, I think is a great move because you can't go back on... these guys did it. That was one of the worst things you can do as an Australian, in my opinion, in a cricket match.
All right, I don't want to get you started. I'm not even going to get you started on it.
Let's get Paddy Cummins in. Everything's good.
All right, we need to get over to Nina for the sport. Nina, what have you got for us?
Thanks, Phil. Welcome back to another week in sport. In the A-League, Adelaide United have had a rough start to their season, going down to Macarthur FC 2-0 at Campbelltown Stadium on Sunday. The Reds were looking for a crucial win after a draw with Wellington Phoenix in their first round match last week. But despite leading in both possession and shots, the Reds squandered crucial opportunities in their first half, allowing Macarthur striker Daniel Azani to score in the 27th minute. Azani celebrated the goal by lifting his shirt to show solidarity with the women's rights protesters in Iran, a touching moment which unfortunately also earned him a yellow card. United came close to equalising right before half-time, but Hiroshi Ibasuki's header was ruled offside. The Reds were able to put the ball in the net 2 more times in the second half, but both goals were again scratched out. The match was all but over in the 57th minute when Lockie Rose scored Macarthur's second after an incredible assist from Azani. The loss places United 9th on the ladder, and they'll next play Sydney FC on Sunday in Sydney. In the AFLW this week, the Crows suffered a 22-point loss to the Brisbane Lions. Both teams headed into the game with 6 wins and 1 loss, but the Lions proved to be too good, kicking 4 unanswered goals in the second term and 3 more in the fourth quarter, all but ending the Crows' 6-game winning streak. The Crows' night worsened with skipper Chelsea Randall leaving the field after suffering an ankle sprain late in the game. The Crows have confirmed Randall will miss 3 to 5 weeks with the injury. across town, and Port Adelaide lost out to North Melbourne. Port led by 5 points at quarter time, but the Kangaroos' experience came through in the second, kicking 5-1 by the end of the game to seal the win. It wasn't all bad news this week for Power fans, however, with newly retired club legend Robbie Gray joining Port's list management and recruitment team on Monday. Now, the feel-good story of the week has to be Ned Brockman, who this week successfully finished a run from Perth all the way to Sydney. The 23-year-old ran 3,952 kilometres across the country in just 47 days, the equivalent of 90 marathons, and he did it all in the name of charity. In the process, Brockman raised a cool $1.5 million for We Are Mobilise, a charity that helps fight homelessness. Arriving in Bondi late Monday afternoon, Brockman was welcomed by thousands of supporters, and a reported 22,000 people tuned into the live stream on his Instagram page. Brockman celebrated the incredible feat with a champagne shoey, of course, and said that he's planning on having a good rest. Well deserved, I think. And if you're afraid of heights, maybe look away for a moment. Australia hosted its first Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series in Sydney this past weekend, with competitors diving into the cool waters of Sydney Harbour. A purpose-built 27-metre platform was erected for the event, with the Sydney Harbour Bridge and Opera House serving as backdrops to the competition. During the event, the divers plummeted at speeds of more than 85 kilometres per hour into the just 5.5 metre deep waters. The women's event was won by Aussie and world number 1 Rhiannon Ifland, who also claimed her 6th World Series title, while the men's event went to France's Gary Hunt. And if you're thinking 27 metres doesn't seem all that bad, I'm told that it's equivalent to an 8-storey building. Yeah, I think I'll pass. And that's all the news we have for this week. I'm Nina Smagic. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll be right back after the break with more from the SA Sports Show.